Scene 2. The table is set for dinner, and Wilhelm and Michael sit in silence with German oldies playing on the radio in the background. Margit brings in a dish and a bottle of ketchup, fills up water glasses, and sits down. Michael takes her hand on the table. Wilhelm eyes the contact and clears his throat. The couple lets their hands go immediately. Heidi walks in with a steaming dish of schnitzel and sets it down before sitting next to Wilhelm.
If all else fails, at least the schnitzel is perfect. Father, will you say grace? What is that?
Pointing at a ketchup bottle.
Ketchup, Mama. He likes it, so I got him a bottle. It's what they eat on everything.
Ketchup? That's not a word. Like tomato sauce? Why does he want to ruin my schnitzel with tomato sauce, huh?
Calm down, Mother. It's fine. Let's just pray.
They all look at Michael, who's observing a painting on the wall. Michael hastily brings his attention back to the table and extends his hands to hold hands on either side of it. He realizes everyone has their hands folded. He folds his hand quickly and bows his head.
Komm, Herr Jesus, sei der unser Gast, und segne alles, was du uns beschert hast. Amen.
Amen. Bon appetit.
Schnitzel for you, dear.
Much grass. My little dove. Spanish. Spanish.
For you, Papa.
Mama?
Bitte schön.
People serve up various things on their plates and there's silence for a moment.
This is meat.
Meat, of course it's meat.
I don't... What I mean to say, kitten, is that I don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat?
Vegetarian. You know, animal cruelty and all that. But chicken legs deserve to walk too. Steaks are meant to be raised, not eaten.
What's the problem? He doesn't like my schnitzel? It's all that fried stuff he's used to. No taste for real cooking.
Turn a new leaf, free the caged beef.
Mother, it's not the cooking. He says he doesn't eat meat.
No meat? What kind of a man doesn't eat meat?
It's not the meat, I think, Papa. It's how animals are treated.
Animals? Well, no problem then. I have chicken schnitzel. It's a bird.
I'm afraid I'm offending them. I'm so sorry. You know what? It's okay. I'm going to eat it anyway.
Oh, Michael, dear, you don't have to. My mother says you can leave it.
No. I couldn't.
Starts to cut himself off a bite. Everyone watches expectantly. He puts it into his mouth and chews painfully. He smiles around forcedly. Satisfied, the others continue eating. There's a silence for a time. He slowly takes the ketchup bottle and squeezes it all over his dinner. The only sound is that of the silverware clinking on the tables and the occasional noisy sip of water.
Disgusting. Well, there goes the schnitzel. Tomato sauce on everything. I ask you, what will they think of next?
Let him be, Mama.
All right, what does this young man do?
My dad wants to know what you do, honey.
Well, I studied music and history in college for a while, and then decided to join the Peace Corps. I just got back from Uganda, actually, where we set up a little school for a while.
He's with a big American organization that sends him all over the world.
So he's like a nomad.
Where he teaches and helps people and learns about culture and people and hears stories.
And it was on the way back, at a layover in Berlin, that I met the most beautiful girl in the world.
Berlin? Did I hear him say Berlin? Why are you acting like a fish in an electric socket?
No reason, Mama. I don't know why he's talking about Berlin. You know, I've never been.
Margit Baumann, you were in Berlin? That ladies' retreat in Blaufelden in August? There was no ladies' retreat.
Mom, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I promise we didn't do anything wrong. I just really wanted to see the big city.
Oh, the big city! The big city, that city of sin, is only going in one direction, and that direction is down.
My only daughter was at its best. Oh, I can't believe the news if it didn't reach my ears.
And see the consequences. You picked him up.
I know, it was destiny.
And he plans to take care of you this way. He can barely afford to take care of himself, let alone take care of
He
you.
obviously can't afford to cut his hair.
There are things that are more important than money, Papa, and the hair is a fashion thing. It'll pass.
In any good thing, security is of the essence. Perhaps he's never learned this in the cushion lap of his country, but I know this from experience.
He bangs his crutch on the ground emphatically.
My God, people died for security in this nation, and then we have others who throw it away on account of adventure. I'm trying to sweep my daughter up in all this do-gooder garbage.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
No, Michael, you didn't. My father, he was hurt in the war. I'm sure you noticed his leg. He was shot several times at Normandy. He has notions in his head about what a home looks like and what it means to be from somewhere. He doesn't think that traveling will give me that.
But it will, Meg. It gives you such an appreciation for your home. I mean, it gives you a way to make your own home better. It gives you such a taste of how other people see things and do things and how they talk to each other and how they paint and cook. And, well, that's what I'm doing here, isn't it?
I understand that. But it is hard when all you've seen of the world is how it tears everything apart when it's let in.
What's all this mumbling? Like him, you're beginning to sound like a tractor.
Is she making fun of my accent?
Honey, it's what you say when you want more.
Smiles sweetly at Heidi and refills her glass. Wilhelm cuts her off as she takes a breath to respond to his gesture.
What does he have to say for himself, Margit?
He's telling me about how we need to know the world and not shut it out. And I agree.
Tell him this. He is young.
Papa wants you to know he thinks you are very young.
He knows nothing.
Papa, stop. He knows more than you think he does. He's not just talking.
Knows nothing
Know nothing
about the world.
about the world.
I have seen it at its worst. I have seen enough to know it is security we need.
He's seen it at its worst and thinks that security is what will fix it.
My dad fought too, you know. He was a pilot and a damn good one. Tell him that.
His father was a pilot.
His father helped bomb our people then. Is that what you
My
want?
father died!
You never told me.
Tell him that.
His father died in the war.
Died for his country and his home. Died so that security could be found in a world without war. That's why I joined the Peace Corps.
Your father fought a good fight then. Perhaps you fight a better one.
Michael and Wilhelm look over at the table at each other for a moment. There is a new sense of understanding between them. The lights fade. Scene 3. It's dark, save for the streetlights outside. The clock shows it's 2 a.m. We just see the outline of Michael is sitting on the couch in a bathrobe and slippers. Head in his hands, there is a paper on his lap and he is holding a pen. Margit walks in, also in a bathrobe and slippers.
Michael. Honey, is that you?
Meg? Yeah, it's me. What are you doing up?
I could ask the same of you. It's 2 in the morning, you goose.
I'm just processing. Couldn't sleep. Your parents hate me. It's enough to keep a fellow pondering, I'll tell you.
They don't hate you, dear. You're just new. If you haven't noticed, new is kind of taboo around here.
I don't eat meat.
Well, yes, that's unfortunate, but no one is perfect.
What?
We'll work on it.
Never mind. They don't think I'm ever going to amount to anything. And they're never going to accept me. And they're never ever going to let me be with you.
Well, thank goodness they don't have the last call.
He smiles and gives him a kiss.
I felt a faint spark of reassurance. Feeble, but it was there. You may need to do that again.
She laughs and kisses him a little longer this time.
Yep. You're a regular ray of hope, Fraulein. Allow me to extend my thanks.
He moves in to kiss her, loses his balance, and they both fall off the couch and behind the table. Margit screams and laughs and muffles it immediately.
What in the name of heavens is going on? Wilhelm! Wilhelm! Come here! Sit down right now. Wilhelm!
What are you screaming about, woman? You'll wake the whole village with your bellowing. What
The coffee table is what they were doing.
I am too weak to deal with such things, Father. My failing heart will not endure
But
it.
your failing heart lacks your lungs more than make up. But this will not do. I will not have such things happening under my roof.
Papa, it's not what...
Not a word, Margit.
This is not fair. Father, nothing happened. You were being completely
I
one-sided.
said not a word.
Megs, I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Is he shouting at me?
Papa, he's trying to apologize.
I am...
You can tell him he has until 10 tomorrow morning to have his things packed. There's a bus at 10:10 and he will be on it. This has gone far enough.
You can't just do that. Father, I will go with him. I hope you know.
I will do no such thing,
You
Margie
see if I
Falcon.
don't, Mother.
Meg,
I will not stay in this house a second longer, not if I can't even bring someone to meet you without causing the Third World War.
Meg.
Both of you just so narrow-minded, unjust.
Meg! Stop. Fighting is not going to help. Herr and Frau Baumann,
He pulls a letter from his pocket and hands it to them.
I wrote this for you. I wanted them to know how I felt about you in words coming from me. They deserve to know directly how much I care about someone so precious to them.
But
It took me the better part of the whole damn night. The German to English dictionary is a magic thing, kid. I'm going to go.
is that what... Wait, no, you can't just
I'm going to go because it's upsetting your parents. They're going to need a little bit of time, I think. And we don't want a life founded on broken relationships. I love you. Thank you. Dankeschön.
He exits stage right, and Margit collapses into a chair and bursts into sobs. Wilhelm and Heidi have by this time opened the letter, and there are several beats as they finish reading it.
Where does he think he's going?
Ugh, you wanted him to leave, Mother, so he left before I told him because he didn't want to upset you.
I wanted him to leave? I said nothing of the sort.
This boy loves you?
He loves me very much.
It's what he says too, in the most terrible German I have ever heard. Bring him back inside.
You mean it?
Hurry up, girl. We don't have all night.
With a yell of glee, Margit sprints off stage.
Well, Father, now you've done it. Tonight's the night. No going back.
There's a talking at the door, and Margit and Michael walk in.
Herr Baumann? Frau Baumann?
Willkommen.
Michael takes his hand and shakes it. Lights out. The end.